It is Thursday. It's the 22nd of May. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Our top stories today. Chinese President Xi Jinping is pledging to severely punish terrorists behind deadly attacks in the country's northwest region today. China's state-run news agency reports 2 cars plowed into shoppers in the city of Urumqi, throwing explosives into the crowds. Xinhua says 31 people were killed and more than 90 others wounded. No one has claimed responsibility, but authorities blame past attacks on Muslim Uyghur separatists. Well, China's Xinjiang province is an historically volatile part of the country. The open market in the region's capital, Urumqi, was bustling this morning at the time of the attack. It happened near the People's Square in the downtown area of the city, where many sensitive government buildings are located. Well, today's incident comes just weeks after another deadly attack in Urumqi, where 3 people were killed and more than 70 wounded at the train station
several months ago.
James Liebold, a senior lecturer on politics and Asian studies at La Trobe University, speaking earlier to CNN. Well, there was another deadly attack, this one in Taiwan. Local media say a man went on a stabbing rampage on a train, killing 4 people. Police say the man began the apparently random attack just 20 seconds after his train left a station in Taipei. The U.S. military is stepping up its efforts in the search for more than 200 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by Boko Haram. The White House says 80 members of the armed forces are headed to neighboring Chad to help with intelligence and surveillance missions. A Pentagon official says Chad is a strategic location. He also says a U.S. Predator drone will join the search. Well, the deployment comes as many Nigerians grow more and more worried about their safety. Many in the north are especially fearful, and that's where Boko Haram appears to be intensifying its attacks. Arwa Damon shows us how the group's terror campaign is affecting villagers there.
It's a short drive from the relative security of the capital of Borno State.
Well, campaigners using the slogan "Bring Back Our Girls" have taken to social media to organize rallies around the world. People as far away as Argentina and Kazakhstan are set to take to the streets today. Protesters in Abuja are planning to march to the president's office. CNN's Vladimir Dutier is there in the Nigerian capital. He joins us now with more on that. Vlad? Vlad, thank you so much. Vladimir Dutier there live for us from Abuja. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Coming up next, a disturbing story from the West Bank. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal. To Thailand now, where it's been 3 days since the army declared martial law in the country. A source tells CNN that a plan has been proposed to ask the government to resign. In negotiation talks yesterday, it was suggested an interim government be named to clear the way for fresh elections. Paula Hancock joins us now from Bangkok with more on that. Paula?
Well, Monita, the source tells us that this was suggested by the Election Commission in the
Thank you for that. Paula Hancock's there live for us from Bangkok. Now, to a story that some of you may find disturbing. It is about the shooting deaths of 2 Palestinian teens during rock-throwing protests on the West Bank earlier in the week. As CNN's Ivan Watson shows us, it comes down to 2 very different accounts. The Israelis say their military was firing only rubber-coated bullets. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. We want to update you now on a story that we brought you yesterday. Several Iranians were arrested for posting a YouTube clip dancing to the Pharrell Williams song Happy. Well, the Tehran police chief called the video obscene. 6 members of the group have been freed. Hadi Gayami from the International... Well, the video's director is still behind bars. The others could still be charged for distributing what is being described as immoral material. Let's get a check now of some weather conditions, and there's been some damaging hailstorms in the U.S. state of Colorado. Pedram Javaheri is at the World Weather Center with a look at that. Pedram?
Yeah, you know, we're talking about the city of Denver, Monita. So, you know, a city of about 600,000 people, very densely populated.
Pedram, thank you very much for that. Well, just 3 weeks until the World Cup kicks off in Brazil. Talk about the other end of the weather spectrum here. Bus drivers have gone on strike in Sao Paulo, leaving thousands of commuters stranded. And on Tuesday, homeless protesters set buses alight in the city. Many are furious the government is spending millions on the event when so many Brazilians are living in poverty. Is Manaus in Brazil's north, and some say it's too hot and too dangerous. Shasta Darlington shows us around.
A
bustling city of 2 million carved out of the Amazon jungle.
And I'm Monita Rajpal, live from CNN Hong Kong. You've been watching CNN News Center. Thank you for joining us. I'll update you with news headlines in just a few minutes.